So Brynn on this season of the Housewives of New York, the reboot with the new cast, brings up a question that I get asked frequently as a dating coach for women, which is, do I recommend flirting? And absolutely 100% my answer is no. I think Brynn is an excellent example of what not to do, because everywhere we go, we see her throwing herself at men, hanging all over them, blatantly trying to get their attention. No, I absolutely don't recommend that. So what I recommend is that when you go to events, and you want to make sure you're going to events and going to places that will have single men, but once you're there, just smile at the room and be nice to everybody. By that, I don't mean flirting. I just mean, for instance, let's say somebody approaches you who you're not interested, a man that just isn't your cup of tea. Be nice to him. Here's why. Other men who might be your cup of tea will be watching how you treat him. And if you're rude and dismissive to him, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to be publicly rejected, because that's a big fear for men, that like we'll laugh at them or they'll be humiliated. But if they see that like, oh, we were nice even to the guy who came up to us that's a little bit of a goofball or something, you can still turn him down, but in a nice way without embarrassing him. The man across the room who might be more our cup of tea is going to be like, oh, okay, at least she didn't like laugh at him and humiliate him in front of everybody at the event. And then he may feel comfortable coming up and saying hello to us. So I don't recommend flirting, because it tells the man you're already on board before you even know anything about him. And men really are at their best when they're striving towards a worthy goal or challenge, such as winning your heart. And if you throw yourself at him and let him know you're so into him, you have done him a disservice and yourself a disservice, because now he doesn't get to prove himself to you. And men want to prove themselves to you, but often women are taking that away from them by like being like, hi, oh, I'm so interested in you. And then it's no fun for them, right? Ramona Singer is another example of the same kind of terrible behavior. So no, you're losing your dignity when you do that. And Brynn is an absolutely beautiful, stunning woman, so there's no need for her to do this. But then as we learn more about her background, you can kind of see that it's probably related to some childhood issues. So hopefully, I would recommend to her to, maybe talk to a therapist, get some support around that. But for the rest of us, we can just remember there's no need to ever, ever, ever flirt with a man or throw yourself at a man. Just smile at the room, be pleasant, be interested, engaged in whoever comes up to talk to you. And if you're rejecting somebody, do it, in a polite way where you're not laughing at them or humiliating them. And then you increase your odds that the man who's right for you is going to cross the room to come to you, because men always remember the beginning. And when you're married someday and he's telling the story of how he met you way back when, he's always going to want to tell the story of like, I saw her from across the room and I was terrified to approach her, but I summoned my courage and I did it. Because men need to feel that they've like overcome their fears and they had to tap into their courage to win your heart. And don't take that away from him by being the first to approach, or by flirting, or by throwing yourself at him. I'm Coach Cori at Love Academy for Women. Visit us online for more information, or if you need help with your questions one-on-one. Bye-bye.